the lawsuit was dismissed, a joint stipulation, but Reggie's still trying to lie and telling Frank Alexander to lie. It seems since the day that Tupac was shot, Reggie has been lying. Let's get into some of this straight game.
Life is like some cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY, Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor. Click on the thumbs up button. It's very much appreciated. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video. I'm going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, over on Bomb1st today, they released a video in regards to Reggie explaining why he told Frank Alexander to lie about what happened between Tupac and Orlando Anderson. And the first thing that I'd like to say, because I had been asked about the lawsuit that Reggie filed against me, the lawsuit has been dismissed by a joint stipulation between myself and Reggie, and there was no money that exchanged hands. I just want to let you know that. And so basically, it was settled. We're done. I'm not going to refer to him by the name that I was referring to him, and he will not refer to me by the name that he's referred to me in the past. And we move ahead. And so I'm back at it and about these facts. So there was a video that was released over on Bomb1st today, and where Reggie tried to explain away the reason that he told Frank Alexander to lie and said that Orlando Anderson tried to snatch Tupac's chain. And let me tell you a few reasons why that wouldn't really fly in the face of any logical thinking person or intelligent individual. The fact of the matter is, as Reggie was fired on August 27th, 1996, David Kenner was also fired also. And so when it came to representing Tupac in any kind of matter, that situation was still up in the air. And in regards to David Kenner representing Tupac in any capacity, for the fact of the matter that he was fired on August 27th, 1996, the same day that Reggie was fired. So when Reggie basically tries to come out and say that the reason why he told Frank Alexander to lie was to try to give David Kenner some kind of ammunition or some kind of alibi for Tupac and not Tupac not being violated and going back to prison, is preposterous. And the fact of the matter is that Reggie was not there at the MGM Grand when the situation happened. So how could he give Frank Alexander any kind of advice on what to say in regards to that when we seen for a fact that Frank Alexander was actually there? And another thing, see, because when you're thinking and not thinking or trying to unilaterally decide what everybody else's fate should be or what everybody else's situation should be, then you would think things like this through. As a matter of fact, as we seen with the situation involving Suge Knight, when Suge went over and they were jumping Orlando, right? You gotta understand that Suge paid Orlando to come and testify, and as well as, from what I understand, settle a lawsuit that Orlando Anderson was about to file, I believe, against Death Row. But more importantly, he was paid, according to Keefe D, also to come to court and testify that Suge Knight did not kick him, right? The problem that I had with that is similar with the same crazy argument that Reggie's trying to make now is the fact that he paid Orlando Anderson money to come to court to testify that he didn't do something that was actually caught on tape. And so when you deal with the fact that the MGM has so many cameras, just like they filmed Tupac and them running out of the MGM Grand, they filmed the fight. Best believe there are still angles from the MGM Grand that we have not seen yet. And so when Reggie would try to make that argument that he was trying to get Frank Alexander to lie in some kind of way to save Tupac, is a lie in itself. And it makes it even worse, from the perspective that, once again, when we talk about the fact that Reggie just volunteered himself in the Keefe D grand jury, in which Reggie lied in the grand jury testimony in regards to the Nextel phones. You understand what I'm saying? And so from that perspective, it was different. He said something different in the video that he had made prior to that, basically saying that the walkie-talkies or the Nextel phone did not have the walkie-talkie feature. This is what Reggie said. You understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about the facts, Reggie can't be believed. He can't be believed. Number one, why would you tell somebody to lie about something that you wasn't even present for? Where do you begin with that lie? Where do you place the person? Because you would have to walk through every move that they made in order to try to place or find a place where this fake alleged chain snatching happened in regards to Tupac and Reggie lying about Orlando Anderson trying to snatch Tupac's chain. So when you understand and you deal with these facts, it just doesn't bode well. And the main fact of the matter is that David Kenner had been fired. He was fired when Reggie was fired, the same day. And so to come up with a story like that and to say that, and I was trying to help Tupac. No. And the same thing now in regards to the grand jury testimony. Reggie wasn't there. What would he have to offer the grand jury? Nothing. He wasn't there in regards to the fight and the situation that happened between Orlando Anderson, Suge Knight, the shooting, and everything else that transpired. So the person that is trying to include themselves in this investigation and get in the mix of what it is to try to say they somehow helped Tupac, or Reggie's basically trying to set it up so that, they can say that Reggie helped solve the case. No, that's simply not the case. Reggie wants to be involved with this case in order to relieve himself of guilt for the fact that he pulled the security off of Tupac that night. It is a fact that he did that. You see, and also it is a fact that Reggie was just security. Reggie had been going around telling us, acting as if Suge was somehow, some way gonna basically back up everything that he said in regards to him running Death Row. But as we've seen in the podcast on Breakbeat Media with Dave Mays, Suge basically saying that Reggie was security. And it seems that Reggie has a problem now with just being security. He wants a little bit more props than that. He's also claiming that he helped produce these records or put these records together. Like I said, as far as Suge Knight is concerned, that is not the case. Reggie has been lying, according to Suge Knight. And according to Reggie and the stories that he's come up with from that perspective. So when the argument is made, once again, that what Reggie said that, well, I was trying to, get Tupac an alibi so he wouldn't be thrown back in prison. Tupac was in a coma, an induced coma. Right? David Kenner had been fired and was no longer representing Tupac. And the fact of the matter of that is, when it came time to settle Tupac's affairs, David Kenner did not show up. Nobody from Death Row showed up because Suge was in jail at that time. And if you know who was representing Death Row? Who came to the meeting involving Afeni Shakur, Jimmy Iovine, Interscope, Afeni's attorney? Who came to that meeting in representation of Death Row? Absolutely, positively nobody. And the fact of the matter is, David Kenner had negotiated the agreement in which Tupac had got out of jail, as more to the fact that Tupac had fired David Kenner. Because when it came time for that, also, David Kenner didn't show up. Now, that's not good, bad, or indifferent, just the facts. So once again, Reggie is now trying to unilaterally decide what it is that people should believe in regards to the Tupac Shakur situation. It can't happen. Once again, Suge Knight has spoken out and said that Reggie was just security. And Reggie is now mad about that and now has once again began calling Suge Knight the DOC security. So when you understand these facts, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Once again, David Kenner was fired by Tupac the same day that Reggie was. You see? So why would Reggie ask Frank Alexander to lie and Reggie wasn't even present? Once again, it was from the guilt that Reggie felt in regards to pulling the security off of Tupac. He now felt like he needed to do something to try to now fill the void of that guilt. Just like now, he's trying to fill the void of the guilt by acting as if he's been assisting in the investigation involving Keefe D, and that is simply not the facts. Once again, if you look at the video and you look at the transcript, Reggie actually lied, because he had been saying for the last 27 years that the Nextel radio did not have that walkie-talkie feature, but he actually testified that in the grand jury testimony involving Keefe D, he actually testified that the Nextel radio did have the walkie-talkie feature. It's not gonna work, Reggie. It's not gonna work. Your boy DELRAY, straight gang.